J-Drone here. We're back out with the SQUIRT killer, made by Stan FPV, same dude who made the J-Drone. What we are doing here, we are testing this battery. We're going to be chill flying this. Obviously, we have the newest GoPro Hero on there. We are going to be utilizing the one-of-one jumper, basically the same jumper as the carbon fiber jumper. I'll try to link that down below, just as well as the battery down below. Using these Fatsharks here with those two antennas, and we will be using a Solo Good 550 on the Fatsharks. Without any further ado, let's send it. Alright guys, again, the main premise for this video is not really to showcase the quad, although we will showcase the quad and the GoPro on it and how well it flies, but it's about the battery. We're trying to see what type of flight time we can get on this battery. We're not going to push it. Once my LVC warning says low battery, we're going to land it, although I could level it and we could get voltage back, or I could push it until it says land now, because I do have a warning on that too. This drone, if you haven't seen this drone before, there's a drone out there that another company makes that's called the SQUIRT. I call this the SQUIRT killer. This was a build by Stan FPV, and I think it has more power. There's a lot of guys saying, oh, you can't fly it in the wind, you can't fly it in the wind. Not this one, but the SQUIRT. Dude, it's windy. It's super windy out here. I will fly above the treetops a couple times and give you a look at the town here. Notice the trees moving. It's windy, and I'm able to fly this without any issues, which leads me to believe the motors that Stan FPV put on this and the build itself that he did is better than what the SQUIRT is. Thus the reason why I call it the SQUIRT killer. Absolutely love this drone, love the setup on it, love the quality of video that we get from it. And I also love my jumper. Love me some jumpers. If you don't know nothing about the jumper is a hobby grade style controller. It's smaller than a Tyrannus as far as width goes, but it is bindable to all your hobby stuff. But it's also bindable without any modules or anything. The T8SGs without any type of modules, any type of add-ons, out of the box. And little punch up. They're bindable to your toys. They're bindable to your brushed MJX stuff. They're bindable to your brushless MJX stuff. They're bindable to most of your SEMA stuff, most of your Hubsan stuff, XK drones and planes, all bindable to. I love me some jumpers. And again, this flight, we're not going crazy, but I'm not super duper chill flying it. That's a lot of dupers. We are chill flying it, but at points I will get rammy on the sticks and do a bit harder punches. Also try to recover so I don't hit stuff, because I do hit a couple of gaps here as well, just for interest appeal of views, and also to show you light and dark contrast of the GoPro. It's not a crazy range run. I've been all the way over there, which is the police station. This will just give you a little look at the aerial photography on a non-gimbalized acro drone. I mean, this thing, I'm not doing flips or barrel rolls with it or anything, but this is definitely acro air capable. And we're gonna hit this gap here, which I actually got the J-Drone drone, also built by Stan FPV, caught in that tree, and I had to climb it to go get it. Was not fun. Videos on my YouTube if you want to check it out. I believe all you have to search is J-Drone, how to get drone out of tree, something of that nature, and you'll find the video. It takes a lot of strength climbing trees, and then when they're out on the limbs, it ain't no fun. But look at the quality. Look at the quality that we are getting from this. Again, this is not a DJI drone. This is not a drone with any type of gimbal. This is just a drone with a GoPro on it. And here we hit a small gap here, and we come underneath here, almost hit some trees, and then we kind of power up and then swirl back down. This is fun. This is a lot of fun to fly. Stan FPV, I will leave his webpage up. I think he actually has these advertised as something you could just click and buy. This setup, I'm not sure, but I'm almost positive. I know the J-Drone, he's sold a couple, the J-Drone freestyle 4K quadcopters, and he has them labeled as the J-Drone on his webpage, where you could just click and buy them. And that's basically my collaboration with him, and that's how we got to the end product on there. I make $0.00 on anything that's sold through him. This is just me hooking my dude up, hooking my builder up with a little bit of little bit of credit. As you can see, I'm looking for that gap. I'm looking for under the sack gap. That's what I'm calling that. We could call it in between the legs, but it is what it is. It's under the sack gap. I'm looking to hit it, and again, it's really windy out, which isn't pushing this around too much, but it's pushing it around enough that it's making it difficult to do the under the sack gap. I've coined that. J-Drone has now coined that. It's not the in between the legs, it's under the sack gap. Right here, we're gonna go ahead and jet downfield. I'm gonna do a punch downfield, and then we're gonna turn around and we're gonna hit it. And if you screw up under the sack gap and you hit the sack, you might be hurting, so be careful. But here we go. This just show you a little bit of piloting skills on my part, but I also didn't edit it to show, hey look, I'm perfect. Took me one shot. You guys seen how many shots it took. It took a couple. You can see me again, I do a quick punch up over. This thing has punch ability even with the GoPro on it. Now again, the total time that we're in the air here, we could have added maybe another minute to 2 minutes, and we could have probably even gone a little bit further than that. But just imagine if I didn't have the GoPro on it. Imagine if I had like a $20 Firefly Q6 on it. It would have been epic as far as flight time goes. But we're going over here. I gotta lift it up, I gotta shut it off, and we'll do a little recap on the back end of the Impala of my exact thoughts. Look at that beard. Loving the beard. Premise of this video was this battery. I think it did well. You got to figure, without that GoPro on it, I could have probably flown for about 10, maybe 12 minutes just on this, flying FPV with the goggles on. But we had this strapped on it. I landed it. As soon as I showed low voltage, I do have a second warning that says land now. We didn't push it to that point, so we probably could have got another minute, 2 minutes out of this battery. I'm gonna sign off on this. I wasn't flying super aggressive. I was flying actually really chill. At some points I kind of sped it up and gave it a little bit more throttle, but nothing crazy. Guys, I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'll put Stan FPV's page. Yeah, I think he actually has these on his page where he'll sell them just like the J-Drone. So we'll link that down below. We'll link this down below. These are from Amazon. The battery I used on there is from Amazon. Fatsharks will find a link for you. And the Carbon T8SG, I'll have a link from Banggood, which is the only place that I know is selling them. Although I thought I seen somewhere else that was selling the carbon ones now. It used to be that the carbon ones were only being sold on Banggood, and the only difference between the carbon and the yellow obviously is color, but there's voice module in here. You can stick SD card and make it say all types of stuff, make it play music, whatever. Later.